You ever just feel like you need to hit the reset button? Like your body's craving a total recharge, you know?
Absolutely. I think everyone's familiar with that feeling, especially in our busy modern lives.
Yeah. Well, today, we're diving into something that can help you with exactly that. Creating your own spa experience right at home.
That's right. We're talking DIY salt baths.
And the best part is, you probably already have most, if not all, of the ingredients just sitting in your pantry. No need for fancy spa products or expensive treatments. We're unlocking the power of simple things like Epsom salts, baking soda, maybe even some stuff from your spice rack.
Exactly. We're going to show you how to transform those everyday ingredients into therapeutic soaks that can truly elevate your self-care routine. And, a lot of people think self-care has to be this big, elaborate thing, but it really can be as simple as carving out a little time for yourself and a good soak in the tub.
So true. And it's not just about relaxation, although let's be honest, that's a big part of it. These salt baths can actually provide some pretty amazing benefits for your body and mind.
Yeah, like easing muscle soreness, reducing inflammation, even helping to detoxify and calm your nervous system. There's a reason why people have been using salt baths for therapeutic purposes for centuries.
This is about giving you the knowledge and, honestly, the permission to create a ritual that's specifically tailored to your needs. So, by the end of this deep dive, you'll have 3 essential DIY salt bath recipes that you can start using right away, plus the understanding to customize them to make them your own.
Sounds good to me. Let's jump right into our first recipe then. This one is perfect for those times when your muscles are just aching, whether it's from a tough workout or just everyday stress. We call this one the muscle recovery soak.
Muscle recovery soak.
Oh,
Okay, so if I'm feeling those aches and pains, what do I need to whip this up?
you only need 2 ingredients for this one, both of which you probably already have. 2 cups of Epsom salt and a quarter cup of baking soda. That's it.
2 cups of Epsom salt, quarter cup of baking soda. Got it. Okay, but before we get into how-to, break it down for me. Why are these 2 ingredients so good at tackling muscle soreness?
Sure. Well, Epsom salt is actually a magnesium sulfate. And the really cool thing about magnesium is that it can be absorbed through your skin.
Ah, so you're actually getting that magnesium directly into your muscles.
Exactly. And magnesium plays a key role in muscle function, helping them to relax and release tension. Soaking in an Epsom salt bath allows that magnesium to penetrate deeply and really target those sore spots.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about the baking soda? Most people probably associate that with baking, not bath time.
Right, but baking soda has a lot of uses outside of the kitchen. In this case, it helps to balance the pH level of your bath water. This can be especially beneficial if you have sensitive skin or any kind of irritation. It creates a more soothing environment for your skin, while the Epsom salt does its work on your muscles.
So it's all about creating that perfect balance. I like it. All right, so walk us through how to actually prepare this muscle recovery soak.
All right, so as your bathtub is filling with warm water, not too hot, aim for around body temperature. Just mix those 2 cups of Epsom salt and the quarter cup of baking soda in a bowl or a large measuring cup. Then, once your bath is about halfway full, pour that mixture directly into the running water.
Okay, so you're adding it while the water is still running. Why is that?
It helps to ensure that everything dissolves properly.
Yep.
And, give it a good swish with your hand just to be sure there are no clumps of salt at the bottom of the tub. Once it's all mixed in, get in and relax for a good 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes, that's it. And I'm on my way to muscle recovery.
It can be that simple. You might be surprised at how much relief you can get from just taking that time for yourself and allowing your body to soak in those beneficial minerals.
I'm already feeling more relaxed just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to recipe number 2. This one is all about detoxifying your body and giving yourself a total refresh. We call this the detox blend.
Yeah, the detox blend. This one's designed to promote sweating and potentially help your body eliminate any built-up toxins. For this recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of sea salt, 1 cup of Epsom salt, and 2 tablespoons of ginger powder.
Ginger powder, interesting. Okay, break this one down for me too. We've got the Epsom salt again, but what's the sea salt doing in here?
Sea salt is naturally rich in trace minerals, which can have a softening effect on your skin. And while the scientific research on the specific detoxifying benefits of sea salt baths is still ongoing, a lot of people find that they feel refreshed and revitalized after a good sea salt soak.
Interesting. And I'm guessing the ginger powder is what's going to get us sweating.
You got it. Ginger is known for its warming properties, both internally and externally. Adding it to your bath can help to raise your body temperature slightly, which can encourage sweating.
And sweating is one way our bodies naturally release toxins, right?
Exactly. While the whole concept of detoxing can be a bit overhyped sometimes, sweating does play a role in eliminating waste products from our bodies. So combining a warm bath with the added warmth of ginger can potentially boost that process.
I can see how that would make you feel really refreshed, like you're getting a fresh start. Okay, so how do we put this detoxifying blend together?
Just like the last recipe. As your bath is filling with warm water, mix the 1 cup of sea salt, 1 cup of Epsom salt, and 2 tablespoons of ginger powder together. Then pour it into the running water and give it a good swirl to help it dissolve. Then soak for 20 to 30 minutes.
Is there anything else we should keep in mind with this one?
Yeah, just be aware that the ginger can make the water feel quite warm, so you might want to start with slightly cooler water than usual. And it's always a good idea to have a glass of cool water nearby to stay hydrated.
Good advice. Okay, so we've got our muscle recovery recipe, our detox recipe. What about something to help us wind down at the end of a long day?
Ah, yes. This next recipe is all about promoting relaxation and preparing you for a restful night's sleep. This is our calming night soak.
The calming night soak. Love it. All right, what do we need for this one?
For this one, you'll need 1 cup of Epsom salt, half a cup of baking soda, and a 1/4 cup of sea salt.
Okay, so we're combining elements from the first two recipes here. What makes this particular combination so good for promoting sleep?
Well, Epsom salt is a real workhorse in this one. As we talked about, the magnesium in Epsom salt can help to relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. That can be incredibly helpful for easing tension and quieting a busy mind before bed.
And what about the baking soda and sea salt? They're back in the mix here too.
Right. The baking soda contributes to that overall sense of soothing comfort by helping to balance the pH of the water, which can be good for your skin. And the sea salt adds those extra skin softening minerals, making the whole experience even more relaxing. It's all about creating a sense of calm and peacefulness.
I'm starting to see a theme here. It seems like a lot of the power of these salt baths comes from just slowing down and being present in the moment.
Absolutely. It's as much about the ritual as it is about the ingredients themselves. Creating that space for yourself to just unwind and disconnect from the stresses of the day can do wonders for your overall well-being.
So true. Okay, so to prepare the calming night soak, I'm guessing it's the same process. Mix, pour, soak.
You got it. Combine the 1 cup of Epsom salt, half a cup of baking soda, and 1/4 cup of sea salt in a bowl. Add it to your warm running bath water, make sure everything dissolves, and then just let yourself soak for those magical 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe even dim the lights, light some candles, and really create a spa-like atmosphere.
Oh yeah, set the mood. That's a
Yeah.
good tip. All right, so now we've got our three basic recipes, but one of the things I love about DIY is the ability to personalize things and really make them your own. What are some simple ways people can customize these salt baths and take them to the next level?
Oh, there are so many possibilities there. One of the easiest and most effective ways is to incorporate essential oils. They can really enhance the therapeutic and aromatic aspects of your bath.
What are some of your favorite essential oils to use?
Well, lavender is a classic for relaxation and promoting sleep. Just a few drops added to your bath water can create a wonderfully calming atmosphere. Eucalyptus oil is another great one, especially if you're feeling congested. It has a very opening, clearing effect on the sinuses. And remember, with essential oils, a little goes a long way. You don't need to use a lot to get the benefits.
Good to know. Now, what about those dried herbs we talked about earlier? I love the idea of using natural ingredients like that.
Me too. Dried herbs are a wonderful addition to salt baths. Chamomile, for example, is incredibly soothing and relaxing, kind of like lavender. Rosemary can be quite invigorating, so it's a nice choice if you want to feel more energized. And mint, of course, is very refreshing and cooling, perfect for a summertime soak.
So many options. Yeah. Now, what's the best way to use those dried herbs in the bath? Do you toss them in?
You can, but you might end up with little bits of herbs floating around and sticking to you, which can be a bit messy. A better way is to tie them up in a coffee filter or a clean sock. This basically creates a giant tea bag for your bath. It allows the herbs to infuse the water without making a mess.
Oh, I like that, like a bath tea bag. Super clever. Okay, so we've got essential oils, we've got dried herbs. Any other fun additions people should know about?
Absolutely. If you have dry skin, adding a tablespoon of honey to your bath water can be incredibly moisturizing. Honey is a natural humectant, which means it attracts and retains moisture. It leaves your skin feeling so soft and smooth. And if you happen to have a mild sunburn, a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar in your bath can actually help to soothe the burn and balance your skin's pH. It can be quite refreshing.
Okay, so it's all about experimenting and figuring out what works best for you and your body.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's about creating a ritual that feels good for you.
All right, so now that we've covered the ingredients, let's talk about some general tips for creating the perfect salt bath ritual.
Nah.
What are some things people should keep in mind to really maximize the benefits?
First and foremost, make sure your bath water is warm, but not too hot. That 94 to 98 degrees Fahrenheit range is ideal. Too hot of water can actually be dehydrating and could even put a strain on your heart.
Got it. So not a boiling hot bath, more like a comfortably warm bath.
Exactly. And aim for a soaking time of 20 to 30 minutes. This gives your body enough time to absorb the beneficial minerals and really relax.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Yes, hydration is key. Drink a glass of water before you get in the tub and another one after you get out, especially if you're doing one of the detoxifying blends. This helps to replenish any fluids you might have lost through sweating and keeps your body functioning optimally.
Okay, hydrate before and after. Check. What about the atmosphere? Should we be dimming the lights, putting on some relaxing music?
Absolutely. Creating a calming environment is essential for maximizing the relaxation benefits of your bath. Dim the lights, light some candles, maybe put on some soothing music or nature sounds, and definitely put your phone away. This is your time to disconnect from the outside world and just be present with yourself.
Turn off the notifications, close the laptop. I love it. Now, let's talk about troubleshooting. What are some common challenges people might run into when making their own salt baths, and how can they overcome them?
Sure. One common issue is that the salt doesn't dissolve completely, especially if you're using coarser salts like some sea salts. To prevent this, add the salt while the bath water is still running and use your hand to stir it around vigorously. You can also try grinding coarse salts into a finer texture before adding them to the bath.
Makes sense.
Oh.
What if someone finds that their skin feels a little dry after a salt bath?
If you experience dryness, try shortening your soaking time to 15 or 20 minutes. And most importantly, moisturize your skin immediately after you get out of the bath. Coconut oil, shea butter, or your favorite lotion will help to lock in moisture and keep your skin feeling soft.
And what about those detox baths? What if you're not really breaking a sweat?
If you want to boost the sweating action, you can try adding a cup of strongly brewed ginger tea to your bath water. This will increase the warming effect. You can also cover your shoulders with a towel while you soak. This helps to trap heat and encourage perspiration.
Clever. And I know you mentioned that bath bombs sometimes fizzle out too quickly. Any tips for preventing that?
Yes. If you're making your own bath bombs and finding that they dissolve too fast, you might need to adjust the ratio of wet to dry ingredients in your recipe. Adding a bit more of a binding agent like cornstarch can help to slow down the fizzing.
Okay, good to know. Now, one of the things I thought was really cool was the idea of tailoring your salt baths to the different seasons. Can you remind us about some of those seasonal blends using pantry staples?
Of course. In the summer, when you might be dealing with sunburns and just needing to cool down, a great blend is 1 cup of sea salt, half a cup of baking soda, and a cup of brewed and cooled chamomile tea. Chamomile is known for its soothing and anti-inflammatory properties, so it's perfect for calming irritated skin.
Perfect for those hot summer days. What about for the fall when the weather starts to get cooler?
As the weather cools down and you want to boost circulation, a warming fall blend could be 2 cups of Epsom salt, a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and 2 tablespoons of honey. The cinnamon is warming, and the honey adds moisture.
Sounds cozy. And what about for the winter when it's cold and dry?
When it's cold and your skin is dry, try a blend of 1 cup of Epsom salt, half a cup of sea salt, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. This is super hydrating and nourishing for your skin. Just be careful getting out of the tub, as the oil can make it a bit slippery.
Good point. And finally, for spring, when things are starting to bloom and allergies might be acting up.
For spring, a refreshing and potentially decongesting blend could be 1 cup of Epsom salt, a quarter cup of baking soda, and a tablespoon of dried mint. You can either steep the mint in hot water and add it to the bath, or you can put the dried mint directly in a muslin bag and toss it in the tub.
Love it. So many options for every season. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about safety. Are there any precautions people should be aware of when it comes to DIY salt baths?
Absolutely. If you have any health concerns like high blood pressure, heart conditions, or if you're pregnant, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before incorporating regular salt baths into your routine just to make sure it's safe for you.
Good advice. Any other safety considerations?
Yes. If you have diabetic neuropathy, you'll want to be extra cautious with hot baths, as you might not be able to feel the temperature as well and could risk burning yourself. And if you have any open wounds, rashes, or skin conditions, it's best to avoid salt baths, as they could irritate your skin. Also, always do a patch test before adding any new essential oils to your bath to make sure you're not allergic.
All great reminders. Now, what about storing your homemade salt bath mixtures? And what if you want to gift these to someone?
For storage, airtight glass jars or containers are ideal. Keep them in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Label them clearly with the ingredients and the date you made them. They should stay fresh for about 3 to 6 months.
And for gifting, what are some fun ways to package these up?
Oh, so many options. You can put them in pretty jars, maybe tie a ribbon around them, include a little card with the ingredients and benefits, or you can make individual bath tea bags by filling small muslin pouches, or even heat-sealed tea bags with your salt mixture. That's really nice for single use and makes a lovely gift.
So creative. Well, this has been incredibly informative. I'm definitely feeling inspired to go home and whip up some of these salt bath recipes.
Me too. It's really amazing how such simple ingredients can create such a powerful self-care experience.
So for our listeners, if you're looking for a simple and effective way to de-stress, ease muscle tension, or just create a little bit of peace and quiet in your day, I highly encourage you to give these DIY salt baths a try.
And remember, it's all about finding what works best for you. Experiment with different recipes, different add-ins, and create a ritual that feels good for your body and mind.
I love that idea. Maybe even keep a little bath journal where you can track your favorite combinations and how they make you feel.
That's a great idea. It helps you really personalize your self-care and become more attuned to your body's needs.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'll leave you with this question. What simple step can you take tonight to invest in your well-being? Maybe it's drawing yourself a warm bath and trying out one of these recipes. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to prioritize your health and happiness, even in small ways.
That's what it's all about. Taking care of yourself shouldn't feel like a chore. It should feel good.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time.